Competitors tend to fall in and out of championship winning moments, have slumps, and lose to unexpected upsets. Sin is no ordinary competitor. Amazingly consistent since the start of his Tekken journey, Sin has always been a cut above the rest, always sitting in that top half. There isn't a top 8 he hasn't seen, nor a tournament he hasn't played. Always knocking on the door of any tournament that's available to him, rest assured you'll see Sin in the top 8. Coming off of a championship victory at Kryptic Iron Fist IV, let's find out how Sin means to continue forward as a champion. So, Sin, you are the epitome of consistency in Tekken tournaments within Europe and even worldwide. In a game which
Oh,
everyone says
really?
can be pretty flippy, how do you always keep making, that top cut, that top half?
Honestly, I just feel like having fun with the game. If I don't have fun with the game, I just don't. Tekken is professional when you play in pro play, of course, it precedes the name. However, I don't really care about playing professionally. I just care about having fun, and somehow that has worked for me.
So, after winning Cryptic Iron Fist IV in an exceptionally
Yeah.
close set versus Tibet, how do you keep your emotions in check with those, clutch moments? And what are you thinking and feeling during, those games in particular?
When I know that it's against pro players, I just know what to expect.
Mm,
And if they do something out of the ordinary I didn't expect, it's just something to add to the pile. That's how I control my emotions. If I see something that doesn't really happen often, I just add it to the pile and then it just stays there to figure out what he's gonna do next.
yeah,
But for example, when he picked Lars, I was not expecting
yeah, yeah.
that.
So
I
that
was
becomes added to the pile for you, right?
Yeah, it took me a while to adjust, but when he picked Lars, I was like, oh god.
Yeah, yeah, of course. But so no one can deny that you could definitely beat anyone on the day. But how do you intend to convert these consistent top eights and top cut placements into those consistent first places?
I've always thought about how my Yoshi is, and I know my weaknesses, but when it comes to. So let me get this straight. My goal is not to become the best Tekken player in the world. It's to
Mm,
become the best Yoshimitsu in the world, and there's a stark difference there. Well, let's take recent bias. I don't need to have the best throw breaking to be the best Yoshimitsu in the
mm.
world. I am working on it, and I'm not saying I will ignore it, but whatever I need to do to become the best, that is what I will do. As long as it stays fun for me to become the best Yoshimitsu in the world. And it still is.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I don't think anyone has mastered Yoshimitsu yet.
Okay.
To the point where anyone like even iMusician like people say, oh, iMusician is the best, or like Kane is the most fundamental, but no one really says he is a master of Yoshimitsu yet. Like no one has said that before.
Mm.
And I intend to do all the Yoshi specific things. I intend to master them all so that people can say like, yeah, okay, Sin is the best Yoshimitsu. And in turn, I hope that makes me become number one in more tournaments.
Yeah. Speaking of becoming number one, how does winning affect you going into another bracket? Do you feel nervous because you feel a need to retain a championship and prove yourself again, or do you feel emotional and it fires you up because you know you can do
Honestly,
it?
honestly, I do feel the pressure when I did win crossover.
Mm,
I did feel some pressure to like, oh, now the Koreans are gonna know of me because I beat Kokoma, I beat Tetsu I had a winner's run. I'm probably gonna be analyzed a lot more.
mm.
And now with Evo top 8, with me reaching Evo top 8, not winning, but reaching Evo top 8
Yeah.
is a huge deal. I already feel people analyzing me, and it's quite fun, honestly, because it makes it feel a bit more personal.
Speaking of, your personal stuff, what do you think is your biggest challenge and obstacle when it comes to winning more, becoming the best Yoshi in the world, for brackets in the future, and how do you plan to, overcome that?
My biggest obstacle, I would like to say it's my mental. In the past, have not had a very good mental. And what I mean with that is that I get depressed a lot. I get infuriated a lot, like whether it's with the game or with my own skill. I don't really get infuriated when I get beaten by someone that I know is better than me, because I understand why and I just have to figure that puzzle out. But it's more going into a tournament where I'm like, I have to have faith in my movement. It's very standard, honestly.
And, speaking more of when players are better than you or people like that, is there anyone in particular you're watching out for when it comes to a bracket? Someone you really want to beat, or maybe someone you're watching out for, not wanting to play against as much?
Not wanting to play, I do not want to play against the John. at
Okay.
all. I really have no desire to play against the John. I know I will get mad. Just from shadow boxing and picturing the fights between me and the John, I already get mad just thinking of it. However, in terms of who I really want to be, I think it is Elias, the up and coming young little prodigy of the
Yep.
Netherlands.
Yeah, the Eddie main. Yeah.
Hmm.
Very, very good. Final question here for you. What do you want to prove heading into the next Cryptic Iron Fist?
I want to prove that I'm a name in the best Yoshimitsus in the world. When you think of who's the best Yoshimitsu in the world, I need to be in that discussion.
Hmm.
That's honestly all that I need to prove.